Thanks for tuning in to Corcelli's morning market update. S&P futures are up 4 handles this morning. Let's take a peek here. What is happening in the commodity world? Crude oil's flat. Natty gas is down 0.4%. Gold is down 0.1%. Dr. Copper up 0.4, but still trading near the year lows. Coffee is up 0.8%. Sugar's flat. Cotton's up 1%. Okay, moving on to European equities. European equities are up across the board, um, slightly in London to over 1.6%. The FTSE MIB index. So very interesting day in European equities. Nikkei 225 up 0.25% last night. Moving on to Shanghai Composite down 0.3%. And let's take a look at bonds. Bonds around the world, higher, higher, lower, but looks like it's going to be higher, higher, higher. Sovereign bonds are pretty much universally higher rates, lower prices this morning. There's a couple of exceptions, Portugal being one of them. Some of them are going into the green here in Europe, and Brazil. Okay, so let's take a look at some currencies. Let's take a look first at the dollar versus a basket of currencies. Check it out, see how it's performing. And you see this failure off that 200 the 200-day moving average over here. This is the DXY index. It's a dollar versus a basket of currencies. It's showing signs of strength here, but it's also meeting resistance at the 200-day moving average. And it failed over here. It's failing again. It seems like something's working against the dollar. We believe that the whole conversation surrounding a rate increase could help propel the dollar to greater strength and put pressure on the commodity complex, put pressure on corporate profits. So let's keep an eye open for that, and let's take a look at the dollar versus some pairs on a shorter term basis. We're going to do it on a weekly basis here and get a little bit of perspective. So here's the dollar yen pair. Up means dollar strength, yen weakness. Pretty strong 5 days. The yen is the weakest currency around. It's all been driven on additional quantitative easing. Is the dollar versus the euro. This is dollar strength, euro weakness. So the dollar is losing a little bit of ground versus the euro. It's gaining a little bit of ground versus the euro, but it's in a pretty customary place. Is the British pound. Whoa, what happened last night? This is pound strength, dollar weakness. Looks like the UK had some data out last night that shows the economy must be doing better than people had expected. And anyway, let's go to some top news. Top news out this morning. Stocks rise with industrial metals on economic data. Pound jumps. Let's see why the pound jumped. Signs economies in China and the UK will stabilize and lend support to financial markets, buffeted by prospects of rising U.S. interest rates. Mining stocks rebounded in Europe as lead, tin, zinc reached the highest levels in more than a year after an official Chinese factory gauge unexpectedly rose. So it seems like that there's some strength coming out of China, which is causing base metals to rally, and base metals rallying, or at least being at the highest levels in a year, is putting some support into the commodity complex, the mining stocks. The pound rallied after manufacturing in Britain bounced back. So when the currency depreciated, it looks like people went to Britain and actually took some of the exports out of there. And that's actually supporting the pound right now. So that's good. Going back to top news. Um, Yellen's speech contained clue to reading the August jobs report. So, by the way, that's tomorrow, and it says that Yellen's going to be watching that data. So Janet Yellen is going to be focused on the August job report, which comes out the first Friday of the month. Happens to be September 2nd. Happy September. Um, you know, Non Farm Payrolls is the largest macroeconomic data point out. Today's a very busy day. Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. And we're going to be here live, broadcasting live, talking about non-farm payrolls. So this is a screenshot of the economic data coming out today. And then if we just scroll forward here, we can show you, look at all the data coming out tomorrow. This is all tomorrow. So if you want to see and learn more in real time, tune in live because I will be going over the job report. Just so you know, the job report for August is calling for 180,000 jobs according to consensus. We've had some really, really good reports recently, and there was some really, really weak reports prior to that. So it's going to be important to follow this number. And, this is the largest macroeconomic data point that economists, businessmen around the world follow. You can see over here the number was almost flat for the first time in many, many years. And this combined with other macroeconomic slowing was causing us very, very significant concerns. We are very cautious about investing into that. So anyway, we hope that you have a great day, and we hope that you tune in live um, to listen tomorrow to our digestion of the economic data that's coming out. So have a great day. If you don't follow us on Twitter, at Outsiders Return is the place. We have a lot of events coming up through our nonprofit, the Florida Alternative Investment Association. Our website is flaia.org. Check it out.